we are back in person together.
We are.
We're going to go ahead and dive in. Today, we're mainly going to be focusing on an off campus fun round for our party here in a little bit. But we do want to go over some big releases we had this week. So we had Gilded Blade, which is the conclusion to Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and then The Odyssey. So, which do you want to start with?
Should we go with The Odyssey since we just seen it?
Yeah, let's do that.
So we did go see it at 8 a.m. this morning. We were wide awake and ready to go. And I actually thought it was really good.
Yeah, I've seen it twice now. This is my second go around. I think it was clearer this time in a lot of ways. But I enjoyed it. I think I would put it in my top 3 Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah, going to watch it twice, you like pick up small things
Hmm.
that you didn't the first time.
I'm looking at the computer and I'm like, should I look at you? Should I look at the screen? I don't know. We'll just
We'll
we're gonna
do
have
it.
fun with it. But I definitely think it's gonna be a Oscar contender for a couple different categories. I think for sure, probably Best Picture. This definitely the sounds. Probably Best Actor, Matt Damon. Best Actress, Anne Hathaway. Cinematography, directing, adapted
I think
screenplay.
costume design.
Costume, yeah, the costumes. I was looking this time in particular at a lot of the shoes, which I don't know why, because I don't like feet, but like I was very focused on a lot of the sandals and how high they went up. But I don't know. Yeah, the costumes in particular. I think it's gonna probably get most of the things it's eligible for. So it's gonna be a good award season.
Hopefully. I look forward to seeing who all gets nominated and exactly for what for
Yeah.
that.
You said you've never read it, right?
No.
Okay. Did you know about things like, and I mean, we saw a meme earlier that Odyssey was like, don't post spoilers for the Odyssey. You've had 3,000 years to read it. So I'm just going to say some of it. And I mean, again, it's Greek mythology. So, some of these things. But so did you know about things like the Cyclops,
Yeah.
Scylla, like
Yeah.
those things?
I
Okay.
did get a TikTok rundown of what exactly the Odyssey was about,
Okay.
so I knew going in exactly what most was happening,
Hmm.
so
Yeah, because I imagine if you don't, some of that would be pretty shocking. That when I saw it opening night, I think the girl next to me didn't know anything about it because she kept making like noises, and but maybe that was valid because I know like if a camera had been on my face, like my face was scrunching up and like stuff like that at some of the things going on. Because some of it's kind of gross, some of it's a little scary, but it was fun. And we both actually said it feels like 3 hours, but doesn't at the same time. I
yeah.
mean, it's just below that, but so I very much enjoyed it.
I thought it was really good, I liked it.
I love me a Christopher Nolan movie. It actually makes me want to like have a marathon
Mhm.
later on, but it's gonna have to be spread out because all
S
of them are so long.
Start with, either Batman or, Inception.
Yeah, because it's been a minute since I've seen Inception, but I've also been in the mood to watch Tenet
Oh,
and just
yeah.
haven't gotten around to it again.
You
But
just want that Robert Pattinson
I
side.
do. Well, and he's kind of blonde in it a little bit, and he's
Mhm.
got like a posh British accent. But also Interstellar. That's also one of my favorites. I watched that when I need a good cry.
You could do like a Since It's the Summer, like a Barbie Heiman.
I could. I would be fine to do Interstellar and Project Hail Mary, even though
Mhm.
it's not Christopher Nolan. Just have me like a space summer, and then I'll follow up with The Martian and just have me all those.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but yes, we very much enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd, and both times. Well, I mean, I guess my rating wouldn't change unless I went back in and thought,
Y
hey, this wasn't that good.
yeah, or, like, saw something you didn't like, and you were like,
Mhm.
"Oh, nope, you gotta knock off, like, half star."
Yeah. Only thing I didn't like, and I'm not gonna deduct a star, is all the animal stuff, with the
Mhm.
dogs in particular. That bothered me.
Yeah.
But besides that, then we had Gilded Blade,
Yes.
which was the wrap up to the Inheritance Games. And did you like it? Did you feel satisfied? Because you've
Um,
been a fan.
yeah, I picked it up after, the first 3 were already released because I think those were released from 2020 on, and then I picked it up before Brothers Hawthorne, and then I've been reading up to date since then because I think I found it from TikTok. And so when I found it, I think the Brothers Hawthorne either was coming out or had just come out. So, like, I was able to, like, read, like, go, go, go. And so, for me, I am, like, satisfied that it's where it is, but I also wish that we got more, like, closure, if that
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't feel like it had really great closure. I think I would have preferred an epilogue. Again, spoilers. I mean, yeah, we're giving the spoiler warning. Skip ahead a little bit. But I would have preferred, I think, an epilogue that wrapped up more with all of the characters. So,
Yeah.
like, further down the road. Because I know you mentioned to me when we were talking about it yesterday, when we couldn't sleep last night in the hotel room, just about that in the it was the previous book, right, where Libby mentioned naming a daughter Hannah?
It was in Untold
Yeah.
Games, so it was like a novella
Yeah.
that she had mentioned in naming, a child Hannah.
And then she doesn't, and
No.
mentions that saving it for Avery if she has children. So I would have liked to have seen if her and Jameson had children. Um, I would my favorite's Grayson, so, like, I don't feel like I got closure with him.
Yeah, because he that really like, he bought a ring for her with her there, like
Yeah, and it just that was kind of bad. I mean, I guess it is left up to a little bit of assumption that,
I mean, and she could come back to it, like, 10 years down the
yeah, because
road.
she said, as far as I know, that, oh my gosh, the FBI, the Naturals. I
Yes.
thought Naturals was done, and this
Yeah,
so
and it's been, like, 10 years
it
since those were done.
so maybe she'll do something. Because yeah, I also felt like I didn't get the closure I would have
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, my favorite's Nash, so I feel like I didn't get much of him at all in this book or
No,
the epilogue, so
I feel like Xander and Nash both are kinda like the background brothers, if that
Mhm,
makes sense, and so if they're your favorites, like, Xander gets shown a little, but
mhm.
Nash is definitely, like,
He's sidelined, like,
background.
hard.
So, but I remember Treva introduced me to them, and she had told me up front, that Grayson would be my favorite,
Mhm.
like, out of the guys, and she was right. I tried to deny it for a long time, but then I was trying to guess her favorite, and I was dead set that it was Jameson, and I don't even know why. I guess he just seemed like more of your type.
He is definitely, like,
Cause
a
like,
500% my
cause
type.
he like, 1, he reminds me a little bit of you, and then just I don't know, like, that was what I thought, and then no, it was Nash. And I never
James
even, like, put him as a contender.
Jameson is a very close second, but Nash is my favorite. I don't know what it is about, like, the country, like, obviously, they're from Texas, like,
Well
something in just about him being, like, just, like, the cowboy of, like, this gigantic multi-millionaire, like, estate or whatever.
Well, and ironically, you're wearing another cowboy from Texas's
It's true,
jersey.
I
She's
am.
wearing John Tucker, number 46.
He is my favorite in Off Campus, so
Because if
100%.
you're listening to the audio, you can't see us, but we are in our Briar jerseys and stuff for the party. But yeah, so it is funny that you like Nash and Tucker are your favorites. So I
I
should have
know.
known. Well, I guess when I read Inheritance Skins, you hadn't read Off Campus yet,
Right.
so I wouldn't have pegged it. But I also wouldn't have guessed Tucker would be your favorite either.
Book Tucker, you just got it, you just hooked me in, so
I think I think I would have thought probably Garrett might have been my guess, but I don't know.
yeah, I don't know, because it's definitely not Dean. Who's your favorite?
It's it's become like most of my friends that have read off campus, like I'm associated with Dean now, and I'm
Mhm.
very proud of that.
I think if I didn't have to pick between those 4, I would probably pick Fitzy.
Yeah. I like Fitz too, because yeah, then I would say Jake Connolly
Mhm.
is my next one after that. So, and I'm nervous for the day he's cast on the show because Jake is like canon,
He's
like
like an
the most
ongoing
attractive.
and he's like an ongoing joke throughout,
Yes.
like, everything.
Yes, because even in, like, the books with their kids, like, they're still talking about how hot Jake Connolly is, like, even, Gigi, Garrett's daughter, so it's, like, an ongoing,
It
like
reminds me of, Anna Wong and how they always reference, like, a Nate Reynolds movie.
yes! Jake Connolly's the Nate
Yes,
Reynolds of the Briar universe.
exactly.
So, but I liked it. I don't know if I liked this series as much as Inheritance Games or
Because
not.
it really wasn't, like, about
The
the
Hogwarts,
yeah,
yeah, and it was good. I did enjoy them, but I think I like the original first books the
yeah.
best, but I really enjoy them. I got another friend to read them, so, like, try to spread the wealth because 'cause they're fun. I like her books a lot.
And it is a YA,
Yes.
so
Which me personally, I like a break with YA every
Mhm.
now and then. I think as readers we always joke about the smut and stuff like that. And like honestly, I don't have to have it in everything I read.
Yeah.
And I like a good YA time to time. And these are really worthwhile. And she's got a brain like nobody I've encountered. Can never solve the puzzles because both these and the naturals have puzzles and
Mhm.
things. And there's especially I don't remember which Naturals book it is, but it's the one where they go to Vegas. That one,
Oh,
because it's
yes.
so much math because it focused on Sloan, and, like, that was way over my head.
Yeah,
I was along for the ride.
pretty much. I never figured out the clues, and this one I figured out one, and I was entirely proud. I texted you.
She was very proud.
Like, 'cause for me, like, when I read them, I don't try to figure out the puzzles because it's just too complicated for my
Yeah.
brain.
I don't try either. I'm not a puzzle person. My brain's not wired that way, so for me, I don't try. I
Yeah,
just like, we're gonna get to it
but
eventually.
I was very proud. I did get one question or one clue, not a question. I did get one clue.
It's very exciting. She did throw us for some plot twists, though. I guess I wasn't really thinking about any surprises in this book, and I don't know why. We had Emily was alive,
Mhm.
which that was disgusting because I can't stand her. Um, there was something else we were shooketh over. It was Emily, and then, I mean, obviously, Toby dies.
Yeah, which was really sad.
I feel like there was something else that we were shook up over now that we're talking about it. Like, what was it?
I don't know, cause Eve was supposed to be dead, and she's actually alive in the end too.
Yeah, so there was
And
that.
then, I don't know. I think my favorite part was Nan calling Emily a bitch.
I love Nan. I like how she goes bowling and stuff.
I love it. It's so good. Watch out for Hurricane though.
The cane always comes up. Their moms die having another baby was wild.
I was irritated.
I was too because she was basically fawning over that one and she wasn't really a mom to the boys, so that rubbed me the wrong way, but it wasn't surprising either, if that makes sense.
I'll be interested if Jennifer were to write another one, if she would say what happened, if like the Hawthorns take over, because essentially she has a baby with all these different guys,
Mhm.
and then she just gives them over to her dad, and then
Yeah.
like their grandfather raises them. So
And now that he's gone, like, would she pawn him off on someone
I think it
else?
would be Nash.
I think it would be Nash too, and I hate that. Mainly in the sense, like, he shouldn't have to do something
He
like
shouldn't be a
that.
parent, which he pretty much was to them.
Yeah, and because I mean, by this point, he has his own kids, so but I don't know, I mean, she could circle back and do something even further down the road, like, with their children or
Hmm.
something, like, maybe but at the same time, I don't know that they would keep with the games that Tobias did or
I don't
not.
definitely don't think Nash would.
So, I don't know. Would be curious to see, but I liked him. I was bummed that Hannah didn't end up being alive because I definitely thought that was coming the whole book, and you
I
were telling me you were crying and stuff, and I was like, "Oh my god, Hannah comes back
no,
because
no,
you love Toby and Hannah."
I do love Toby and Anna, but no, I was crying because Toby died. Because like he spent all this time like being like Avery's my daughter, Avery's my daughter, and then like in the end he didn't go to Avery, he went to his real daughter
Mhm.
Eve, and then he ended up dying even though she wasn't dead. And I was just like, well, this is kind of like a slap in the face. Like,
Yeah, because I don't think Eve, like, ever grew as a character. I think she stayed the same conniving
yeah,
little snake the
until
whole
the
time,
end,
yeah.
until I guess Toby was dead, and then she kind of well, they did say in the Crucible that her and Avery, I like it either tears you apart or puts you together, and I guess it put them together. And then obviously with Toby dying, it brought them closer.
Mhm. Still, I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you. It feels like Toby died for nothing.
Hmm.
But
After the journey that like we went through with him from literally the first book.
mhm. Yeah, they were a trip, but I enjoyed them.
Hmm.
So, I still have a book and a half of Dungeon Crawler Carl to finish. I'm trying to knock it out for the end of the month because then we're starting Avatar.
I am doing it's not like a series, but they like and because they don't like go together, they can be read as standalones, but they're like a twist on fairy tales. So like I read one this week that was about Hook.
Oh, that's fun.
This one I'm reading, I just started on Friday, so I didn't get very far, and it's The Lion King, so it's Scar. So, and I think the next one, it's not it's not, like, Disney themed. It's, I think it's the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
And then I think we, like, circle back around. I think one is, like, a Little Mermaid, possibly one has a shell on it, one's Hunchback of Notre Dame. So, I am gonna try to finish those before we start ACOTAR.
Yeah, that'll be a good couple, like, little things over the next 2 weeks. I'm trying not to read 2 things at once, so I
I
really
know.
just wanna finish those, but we'll see.
I feel like it's different when, like, I'm reading, like, a book. I can't do 2 books at the same time 'cause, it's like, new, I guess, versus, like, I know we've talked about this, like a fanfic, where you're kind of, like, rereading the same story over and over again, and certain things do change, or, like, it's a completely different plot, but it's the same characters you already know, so it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like you're trying to learn new information as you're
Yeah,
going.
because I know for the most part, the fan fictions that I've sought out, like, at least kinda keep some of the core story together. I've seen some that so they're, like, the AU ones
Mhm.
where I've seen, like, they'll put people in college or, like, I've
Yeah.
seen, like, a variation element. I know at least with the ones I've been looking at recently, I try to keep, like, at least the base storyline the same
Yeah.
because like you said, you know that, and can roll with it. So because I think I have, like, 4 tabs open right now, which I know it's nothing compared to you, but that's a big deal
Let's not talk about
when
that.
I haven't read in a long time.
Let's not talk about that.
You read much more than me.
I read so many. I've got like a tab open for like each character that I like read. So,
What main ones do you look at?
so I have a Zayden one.
Okay.
I have an Azriel one.
Yes, I knew you had Asriel.
I'm trying to think who else do I have. I have a Garrick one open.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I do have a John Tucker and I do have a Garrett Graham pulled up.
Oh,
So I have a mix.
yeah.
And then like every once in a while I'll like if I rewatch something, so like sometimes I'll go back to like Stranger Things and I'll look up like a Steve or like a Billy or something and I'll attempt to go find some new ones.
Yeah, it's hard to I mean, there's some things I could ask you for recommendations from, but really outside of you, I don't know anybody else that reads them. So
I
I find them usually on Twitter/X,
mhm.
and all I have right now is Heated Rivalry. That was like my like intro into it again. But I do want to start looking for other stuff too. But
I'm on all of them. I'm on Wattpad, fanfic.net,
yeah,
AO3, and
yeah, I
Tumblr.
know. I need to branch out, but I feel like all the ones that I haven't had interest in have been on AO3.
Yeah.
So,
I've been reading fanfic for a long time. It was on I want to say it was like a middle schooler. You know when do you ever remember the citrus scale? That's how we
mm-mm,
ranked smut. It was like a
no.
citrus
Oh my
scale.
God.
That was on fanfic.net. So I want to say I was like middle school, so I was like what, like 12 to 14. I was on my desktop
Oh my
computer just
gosh.
reading my fanfic.
I didn't read any, honestly, until I think
Well, it's like it's such a taboo
it
topic. Well, it
was.
was. It's not anymore,
Because
but
definitely when I first did it, which I think I was 24, because
it's
I think it was right out of college, it was still hush hush. And
yeah.
that was because
Mm,
I wanted to read the after fan fiction, the Harry
mm.
Styles one. And then I also read 5 Seconds of Summer fan fiction for a while.
Yeah, no, it was like a taboo topic. Like if you read it, you kept it to yourself.
Hmm.
And then like sometimes if were really close with somebody,
Hmm.
you would tell them. Like my friend Emily also read them, but we didn't discuss it. We just
Hmm.
knew that each other read it. We
Yeah.
didn't discuss it. We didn't talk about AUs. We didn't talk about anything.
It's so funny too that it was taboo like that. I would talk about it with my sister because she got into writing it for a little bit.
Hmm.
I don't think she'd care if I said this, but it was very popular in Tumblr. It was Niall Horan and it was called Frat Boy Niall. And I helped her like make fan videos for it. Like we used clips from the Vampire Diaries because like she used Nina Dobrev as like her
Her inspo.
for like her girl.
Yeah,
And I remember like helping her edit them. They were really popular. And so that then kind of led to me reading after. But yeah, outside of her, I didn't talk about it with anyone. And then I wrote fan fiction for a little while, and I don't think I told many people still, and that was a couple years ago.
yeah.
Uh,
I knew.
yeah, you knew. And then sometimes I thought about doing it again, but I don't know. I'd have to have a good idea,
Yeah.
but it'd be a different genre.
Let me know if you need recommendations on any one of the ones that I mentioned.
Well, because sometimes I'll be reading something and I'm like, like I could write something better than this. Like not to toot my own horn, but because mine were popular for a while, but a lot of fun. So maybe I'll look for inheritance games ones. Maybe I'll look for
They
some
they don't
Grayson.
they don't have very many. I have
Should I
looked.
should I do it for
You
us?
should.
Be like Thanos, fine. I'll do it myself.
Exactly.
So well, as far as news this week, kind of taking a transition, I didn't record a whole lot.
Unfortunately, we did lose Sam Neill.
Yes, that was, I think, the big thing that
Mhm.
I saw. Bonnie Tyler died not too long before him, like within the week before, and then it's a Broadway actor too.
Yeah.
Next day, I think I knew him on The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I recognized him from
Mhm.
that. So it's always sad. It's always in threes like that.
Yeah,
And
it is.
but that was a big thing this week. The Odyssey press tour wrapped up. Zendaya did have one outfit at the end that I just adored.
Was it the one with the wings?
Yes, with the
Yeah.
wings. I loved that. So that was a lot of fun. Kind of seeing the looks from that and wrapping up. And I'm guessing we're gonna have Spider-Man premiere probably in the next week, I would
I
think.
think so.
So that'll be fun to see.
I'm hoping we get a Doomsday trailer.
I do too. I really thought it would be before the Odyssey, but it
I
makes
thought so.
sense that it's Spider-Man because it's Marvel. So I'm hoping we get a little,
I'm hoping that, and then I'm hoping they'll do Sunrise on the Reaping
yeah.
before Spider-Man 2, because we didn't see a trailer for that from the Odyssey
No,
either.
because I've only seen, I think, the original trailer still.
They
These.
dropped one on Hamich's birthday, July
Mhm.
4th. They dropped another one, so
Yeah, and I've gone to the movies, I think, twice since then, and I don't, at least not off the top of my head right now, I can't recall. So,
normally they're like start pushing it out in
yeah, so
summer,
it's
so
weird, unless I'm blanking, but I don't remember seeing it. So, I think news-wise, that was all I could think of.
yeah. Love Island got done.
Oh yes, give me a quick rundown.
So the two people who won, they were coupled up from the very like beginning. They didn't really like explore, which is like the main part of Love Island. You're supposed to like explore
Mhm.
connections. They to me they didn't really explore. And then the people who did explore kind of got shit on this season because they like weren't coupled up. They just kept exploring the new people who came in, which is the name of the game. Like you're supposed to explore. And then when you find the right connection, you kind of just stay in that until the end and then you try to win the prize. But yeah, I just was not a fan this season, to be completely
Man,
honest.
maybe next time I'll consider joining you.
It's a commitment.
But that's it. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I do watch a soap opera and it airs every day, but I do get behind on
yeah.
it. And that one's okay to not watch for a couple days, but I feel like something like Love Island's not. That if you miss, like you're gonna
Yeah,
miss the
you
chance.
could potentially be like spoiled.
So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still kind of weird with TV right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I already told you, but finished Criminal Minds with Connor's story, and then they killed him off, and I turned off my TV and got up and got ready for work. But to be fair, like I do watch Criminal Minds. I'm just not caught up to the new
Hmm.
season. I'm still on the older
So
ones.
she's got to go back, watch the rest of it up until Connor, and then get mad that he died again.
Yeah, and then
Spoiler, sorry, he died.
yeah, I mean, I kind of knew that morning when I got up because I saw something on Twitter, but it was a really like he had a phone in his hand and something exploded in like I don't know space, but I was like, that's rude. How dare they? How dare they? Well, and then he did end up being like kind of a bad guy in the end.
I see. I kind of knew he was a bad guy, and you were like, no, and I was like,
Well, because for a little bit, like, because he was held hostage by the wannabe serial killer. It was like a copycat situation, and then I was like, oh, he's fine, and then he like flips and it's like kind of working with the bad guy at the end, and then the bad guy killed him in a Camaro. But it's become a meme within the heated rivalry fandom. Like people do the clip of him riding the Camaro, and they're like, "Me when there's no pictures of Connor's story and stuff like that." I was like, "Yes." So, but I will eventually catch up on it. I can only do so much of that show at a time
yeah,
because, at least in the earlier seasons, I've noticed on Evolution, which is on right now, it follows more of a storyline. than the originals. But it's fun. I like that kind of stuff. So that was my television movie. Literally, face blew up. I stood up during TV on my god for work. So I'll come to it eventually, but it was good. It was fun to see him in something else.
Good.
So, well, you want to transition to some off-campus games?
Sure. I have a this or that.
Okay.
I don't know how many of these you would like to do, so I'm just gonna pick a random.
Yeah, let's do a couple.
I'm gonna start at the bottom.
Are we gonna do both TV or both?
I don't know. I just said give me some
I
off-campus
guess
stuff.
I guess let's clarify your answer if it
Okay.
sways one.
Okay. Um, favorite hockey, or it says favorite hockey captain or favorite Playboy.
Uh, favorite hockey captain would be, I'm sorry to the Garretts, but Jake Connolly.
Let's do falling first or falling harder for any of them. I guess.
Probably harder.
Okay. Let's see. Fake dating or roommates?
Fake dating. Fake dating, marriage convenience. Like, I eat that shit up. Those are my favorite times.
Um, first kiss in the rain or first kiss after an argument?
After an argument.
I would do in the rain.
Yeah. Well, the argument feels like more like Dean and Allie to me, and they're my favorite couple. Like,
Mhm.
that's not how theirs goes down, but yeah. But the rain is juicy. That makes me think of One Tree Hill.
Um, hoodie stealing or jersey stealing?
Jersey.
I would do hoodie. Big romantic gesture or everyday little acts? I think everyday little
I
acts.
do too, because that would
Okay, tattooed hockey player or clean cut hockey player?
clean cut.
I would do tattoo.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you said Fitz earlier, and Fitz is our tattoo guy.
All right, let's do. Well, this one's easy. Team Dean and Allie or Team Tucker and Sabrina?
Dean and Allie.
I would pick Tucker and Sabrina. Slow burn or instant chemistry? I think
instant because the slow burn, like I'm like,
It depends on how long the slow burn is for. Because I was just telling you, I was reading.
because I have bad handwriting.
I have the handwriting like a 5-year-old boy. So, let's do library study date or late night dinner date. Dinner. Enemies to lovers or friends to lovers? I love me a good enemies to lovers.
Probably enemies too.
Golden retriever energy or black cat? I'm black cat.
Golden retriever.
100%. I think that's truly all we have. Movie night or bonfire? I'm gonna pick movie.
Movies. I want to be outside.
Beach vacation or cabin?
Ew.
I don't like to be outside.
I don't like either of those.
I would probably pick the beach vacation.
I'm gonna give myself my own answer. I would just like to go to Dean's penthouse at the Hayward Plaza.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it for these questions. They have one of who said it, guess the character, and hardcore fan.
Let's do guess the character.
Okay, we will see what it says. Round one. I started out as a cocky captain of the hockey team, but underneath the confidence, I'm incredibly loyal. I fall hard for a music major.
Oh, it's Garrett.
Who am I? Okay. Number 2. People think I'm pretty. What? I don't know why you're having me read this. I cannot read. People think I'm a funny party guy, but I'm dealing with grief that I keep hidden. I have a habit of making impulse decisions. Who am I? No.
Is it Logan?
It is Logan.
Okay. Logan was my first thought, but I wasn't positive.
I like how it only gives me the answers for 2 of them. The rest of them are going to be questionable. Well, I'm known as the biggest flirt in the friend group.
Dean.
commitment really isn't my thing until one woman completely changes my perspective. I
Yes.
wonder.
Well, because I was gonna say Logan's pretty flirty too in the
Yeah,
books, but no, that's definitely Dean.
I'm the quieter one of the group. I'm
Tucker.
dependable, hardworking. I'm independent, ambitious, and determined to succeed on my own terms. I don't let anyone, including a certain hockey player, distract me from my goals. I don't have an answer for that, but
I bet it's Sabrina.
I bet so. It's got some books there, so
Yeah.
okay, that's all I had. I don't know why you had me read them.
Well, it's fun. We can do let's see, which okay, so BuzzFeed has a find your off-campus soulmate
Okay,
quiz.
let's see.
I wondered if they have the cast take this or not. Because sometimes they'll do that and they'll take them together. So let me get it ready for us. If I don't get Dean,
She's gonna shove this computer off.
my my horror story would be get Justin.
Okay, do you want to read the questions and then we'll pick our answers like
Yeah.
they do?
Okay. When you wake up in the morning and realize you have 15 minutes before you absolutely need to leave the house, what is your immediate first thought? Do we read all the
You
answers?
go for it.
Okay, so perfect. That's exactly when I was planning leave anyway. I can skip breakfast and still have time to check my emails. I should probably text my friend back before I forget again. I wonder if I have time to make something creative for breakfast.
Oh, that one's hard.
I think for me, it would be can skip. I mean, my first thought wouldn't be on here.
No,
I'd be panicked, but I think if I had to pick, I would say I could skip breakfast and still have time to check my emails.
I don't know. That one's hard. I'm probably gonna text my friend back before I forget, to be completely honest.
You're at a restaurant and the waiter asks if you'd like to hear the specials, but you've already looked at the menu online beforehand.
This is
Balance.
so us.
What do you do? Politely decline an order immediately to save time. Listen anyway because it's the polite thing to do. Listen because maybe they'll describe something in a way that changes my mind. Listen and ask questions about the ingredients of preparation. I
I'm
would
gonna
listen
say
anyway.
I would politely decline.
Oh. Someone asks you to recommend a movie, but you haven't seen anything new lately. How do you respond to this very simple request? Pull up my streaming app's top rated list immediately. Recommend a classic I know they'll probably like. Ask them what kind of mood they're in first. Tell them about an obscure film I love and why it moved me.
I'd probably ask them what film or ask them what like type of mood they're in.
I would pull up my streaming because I've done that. You're assembling furniture from a box and realize there are multiple instruction manuals in different languages. What's your approach to the situation? Wonder why the design couldn't have been simpler in the first place. Find the English one and follow it step by step. Exactly. Look at the pictures, mostly refer to text when needed. Try to figure it out intuitively first and check the manual if stuck.
Well, I'm gonna find the English.
Yeah, I would find the English too. Your phone battery is at 20% and you're about to leave for a full day out. What is going through your mind at this very moment? Grab my portable charger that's always ready to go. Maybe this is a sign to be more present today. When did I last charge this? I should be more mindful. It'll be fine. I can find a place to need a to
One
charge if needed.
100% grab my portable.
Portable, yeah, me too. A friend texts you asking if you want to hang out this weekend but doesn't specify when or what you do. How do you typically reply? Ask for specifics, what day, what time, what activity. Say yes and figure out the details later. Suggest a few different ideas and see what they're feeling. Ask how they're doing before jumping into plans.
I'm going to ask.
Yeah, I'm going to ask too. You're in a grocery store and can't find the one specific item you came for. What is your detailed internal monologue at this moment? Check a couple local aisles and ask if still lost. Ask an employee immediately to avoid wasting time. Browse around. I might find something even better. Wonder why grocery stores are organized so illogically.
I'm gonna go with check a couple aisles and then ask.
I think I would just browse and hope for the best because I don't want to talk to anybody. Someone compliments your shirt and you honestly can't remember where you got it. How do you handle this completely mundane interaction? Say thanks and mention it was probably Target or something. Say thanks and mention you've had it forever. Check the tag right then and there. Say thanks and compliment something back of theirs.
That's hard.
I think I would say thanks and mention I've had it forever.
I like to compliment people
Yeah.
back.
You have to pick a seat in a coffee shop that's about half full. What elaborate thought process is behind your decision? Near an outlet with good lighting away from the bathroom, wherever feels comfortable and not too close to others. The spot with the best vibe or most interesting views, somewhere I can people watch or be alone in my thoughts.
People watch. That's my favorite thing.
Mine would be not too close to others.
Mine would be to people watch.
You accidentally leave someone on red for 3 days. When you finally remember, what's your extremely specific response strategy? Apologize sincerely and explain I've been overwhelmed. Apologize briefly and get straight to answering your question. Say sorry, make a lighthearted joke about it. Respond as if no time has passed and hope they don't mind.
I- I'm like all of these. I think I'm gonna apologize briefly and get to their answer.
Me too. And I don't do that. It would be a really unusual circumstance if I did. But yeah, I'd make it brief. But I do know people that would respond as if no time had passed. It's Sunday evening and you suddenly remember you have a work/school thing due tomorrow and that you forgot about it. What's happening in your brain? Immediately assess how long it'll take and make a plan. Take a breath. I've handled this before. I'll handle it now. Actually, I feel a little energized by the challenge. Feel stressed, but remind myself it's not the end of the world.
I'll probably assess how long it's gonna take me
Me too.
to fix it.
Someone asks you what kind of music you like. This is somehow a surprisingly difficult question. How do you answer it? Name specific genres and a few key artists. Say I like a little bit of everything. Describe it by mood or feeling rather than genre. Share an artist who really means something to me.
I just say I'm into everything.
I would share an artist. You're watching a TV show and predict a plot twist before it happens. What's your incredibly detailed reaction to being right? Like, what are these questions? um, Smile to myself, but don't make a big deal about it. Want to discuss storytelling choices with someone. Feel satisfied. I picked up on the clues. Wish I'd been wrong so I could have been more surprised.
I'm probably gonna feel satisfied that I picked up on the clues.
I think I'd want to discuss it with somebody. Like, I would want someone to know that I got it right. You need to buy a gift for someone you don't know super well. Walk me through your entire overcomplicated thought process here. Ask someone who knows them better for suggestions. Get a universally appreciated gift like nice candles. Get something meaningful and include a thoughtful note. Try to remember any details they've mentioned and go from there.
That one's hard because I try to remember details from people, but if I didn't know them that well, I feel like I would ask someone
Yeah,
closer.
I think I'd try to remember details. You're running late to meet someone and you're going to be exactly 7 minutes behind. What's the play by play of how you handle this minor crisis? Text them immediately with an exact ETA. Let them know I'm running a bit behind. Try to make up the time and only text if I'll be later. Apologize and let them know it won't be long.
Well, I texted you the other day, so that I
Uh,
was gonna be late.
the ETA, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
We're both
We both
Garrett.
Garrett Graham. That's weird because our answers were so varied. So
Clearly, it thinks that our soulmate is Garrett. So
that's interesting. So I don't know, but um I guess we'll wrap up here in just a minute. What are you looking forward to most at the party tonight? Which by the way is the Club 90s off campus night.
I have no idea. I guess just what songs are gonna play because we don't know exactly what all the songs are.
No, yeah, just a couple because we've seen a couple of edits posted. I have looked and looked and looked for playlists because people did for the Heated Rivalry one, they did a full playlist. But I haven't seen a whole one for this, so I don't know. I know a couple of edits. I know evidently we do see Garrett's butt at some point, and I believe there's a Sable Horse Ride a Cowboy with Tucker.
Okay.
So,
I do know that there is one with Dean with Style by Taylor Swift. So
oh yes,
so
I'll be all over the Dean ones. Well, and then I know there's crossovers with Heated Rivalry. I told Treva, I was like, when they have one with Dean and Elia, like, I'm gonna lose it. Like, so that may or may not get recorded. We'll see. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what other people wear
hmm
because we're wearing our jerseys. Dean and Tucker, we ordered the practice jerseys from the show from the hockey shop. Um, I have the premium jersey, I think is what they call it. So the one they play when they the one they wear when they play. But it's fine. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We've never done anything like this, so we're looking forward to it. I'm curious to see what the drink menu looks like too, because they've done themed ones and it goes till 1 in the morning. So
We'll see if we stay out that long. We are grandmas.
because it's 3.5 hours of edits. I think 3 or 3.5. And that's all this is just TikTok, like thirst trap edits. Well, they're not all thirst traps because I think there's some couple ones.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited. So we'll have fun. Next week, we'll be a little more kind of on track with what we've been
Yeah.
doing. Just
We'll have like a rundown.
yeah, with our stuff tonight, we thought we'd kind of make it mostly off campus
Mhm.
themed and touch on the big things this week because Odyssey and Guild Blade were a very big deal. So, and then we'll have Spider Man in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more about
More,
that.
more. Gotta mention him. We're here in a week.
Yes.
2 weeks. We get more John Bernthal.
I was about to say I didn't talk about Karn, but I did.
Yes, you did.
We have to like make it.
I gotta throw John in there. 2 weeks and he'll disappear.
Yeah, because I don't know if he has anything else coming out this year or not.
I don't think so. I'm not
But-
that up to date on his projects. So,
but I mean, it's fun to have celebrities that you like and you get excited about stuff. So, I think after Spider Man, I don't really have anything with any of quote unquote like my favorite actors or actresses because I do love Tom Holland.
so
Because I think there's a little bit of a gap before there's any other movies I want to see. I mean, there's a couple of things in August I wouldn't mind seeing, but it's not like anything I'm
Yeah.
crazy excited about. So, and then don't think I have any TV for a little bit either. So, but
so.
yeah, we'll be more back on with general pop culture. But it was fun to do off campus a little bit,
Yeah.
play some games, and apparently Garrett Graham is both of our soulmates. So
Clearly, as we're wearing two different people's jerseys.
yeah, we're not even wearing Garrett. But I mean, if you're listening to audio, so you can't see, but we got our nails done, and we have
You can.
they're backwards. But I have 22 and 66, and she has 44 and 46. And we made bracelets, which we may or may not trade. I kind of want to hoard mine because the ones Trevia made are really cute. So we'll see. But we will try to be social and maybe talk to people. I bet somebody stops us about our jerseys.
Maybe.
But we'll see. I'm not one to go up to people because even at my record party, I think I complimented someone on something.
Yeah.
I did get that out a little bit. So, but anyway, anything before we wrap up?
No,
Let's say this was a quick one.
I don't think
but-
so.
All right. Bye, everyone. See you next week.
Bye.